$1 million doesn't start in your bank account. It starts in your mind. Before you ever see the money, the lifestyle, the results, you have to build the mindset. Because wealth doesn't come to those who want it. It comes to those who prepare for it. You don't stumble into success, you become it. You sharpen your habits. You protect your energy. You train your thoughts to stop acting like a victim and start operating like a visionary. Millionaires don't think like the world, they think ahead of it. Your future net worth is being shaped right now in how you talk to yourself, how you spend your time, what you tolerate, and what you pursue without apology. The mindset comes first, always. This isn't about quick money or shortcuts, it's about standards. The way you carry yourself before anyone sees your name. The way you show up when no one's clapping. The quiet choices that build loud lives. You want 7 figures? Then think like someone who refuses to settle for 5. You want power? Then master the discipline to move even when it's hard. You want freedom? Then start today, because the longer you wait to build the mindset, the longer you wait to become the man. Millionaires are built before they're paid, and your wealth, your legacy, your future, it begins with the way you think right now.
There comes a moment in every man's life when he realizes no one is coming. No rescue, no miracle, no handout. Just you, your back against the wall, your future in your hands, and a decision, build or break. You've waited long enough, waited for motivation, waited for support, waited for someone to believe in you. But what if that belief was never supposed to come from them? What if it was always yours to give? No one's going to hand you the life you want. No one's going to write your business plan. No one's going to pay you to keep dreaming. The world doesn't respond to wishes. It responds to work. Quiet, gritty, uncomfortable work. If you're tired, good. If you feel alone, good. Because that's where builders are born, in silence, in solitude, in the decision to show up anyway. The world doesn't reward the loudest voice. It rewards the last one standing. This is the season where you stop waiting and start creating, where you stop making excuses and start keeping promises, where you wake up and realize no one owes you progress. You have to earn it. You have 2 options. Build the life you keep seeing in your mind, or spend your life explaining why you didn't. One leads to ownership, the other leads to regret, and you get to choose. Don't wait for the perfect time. There isn't one. Don't wait until it's easy. It won't be. Don't wait for someone to understand your vision. Most people won't. That's okay. Build anyway. Greatness isn't handed to men who wait. It's earned by those who start without a map, who fail forward, who learn fast, who rise without applause. This isn't about being ready. It's about being relentless. You were never meant to be saved. You were meant to lead, to build something that outlives your doubt, to show the world what it looks like when a man stops asking and starts executing. No one's coming. No more waiting. This is your moment. Pick up the tools, lay the bricks. Build the life that no one else will build for you.
In a world addicted to distraction, focus is wealth. Every notification, every scroll, every mindless conversation is costing you something. Not money, momentum. The most valuable currency of 2025? Undivided attention. You want to know why most people never make it? It's not talent. It's not time. It's focus. They scatter their power across 1,000 little things and then wonder why nothing big ever happens. Success isn't about doing more. It's about doing less with more intensity. It's about locking in on one thing, the right thing, and squeezing every ounce of progress out of it, every day. You don't need a new opportunity. You need fewer distractions, fewer half-built ideas, fewer people who talk but don't build, fewer tabs open on your browser, on your calendar, on your mind. Focus turns average men into monsters. It sharpens your decisions. It multiplies your time. It removes the unnecessary and exposes what matters most: the work, the reps, the clarity, the compounding growth. You're not burnt out. You're unfocused. You're not overwhelmed. You're overextended. Pull your power back in, narrow your aim, and move with a level of intention that makes mediocrity unbearable. The deeper your focus, the faster you separate. While they're chasing every new trend, you're mastering your lane. While they're flexing online, you're building offline. Focus makes you invisible to the world and dangerous to your limits. Protect your energy like it's gold. Guard your time like it's sacred. Make focus your daily ritual and watch how the noise fades, the clarity sharpens, and your life starts to compound quietly. This world will do everything to pull your mind apart, to keep you scrolling, comparing, chasing what doesn't matter. But you move different because you know what focus builds. You know what it's worth. Focus is the new currency. And if you want to be rich, not just in money, but in freedom, peace, and purpose, then lock in and never look back.
You don't get to dream big and act small. You don't get to wish for the extraordinary while moving like it's optional. Big goals demand big moves. They demand a version of you that doesn't flinch when the pressure hits. If your actions don't match your vision, then your vision is just a fantasy. It's easy to speak ambition. It's easy to post motivation. But only the ones who move like it's life or death ever touch what they imagine. This world is watching. Not your words, but your walk. Not your intention, but your execution. You want $1 million life? Then bring $1 million effort. Bring obsession. Bring urgency. Bring hunger. You can't tiptoe toward greatness. You kick down the door. You sacrifice distractions. You invest in discipline. You give up being liked for the privilege of becoming legendary. Most people move in circles, busy but going nowhere. You move in lines, straight, relentless, no detours, no delays. You don't wait to feel ready. You move like you already are. Every giant leap is made up of brutal steps. Early mornings, late nights, risks that feel like cliffs, failures that almost break you. But the difference? You keep moving, big, even when it hurts. The world will tell you to be realistic, to slow down, to play safe. But remember, safe is where dreams go to die. The ones who win, they bet big on themselves, and they back it up with work. You don't need to be loud, you need to be clear. Clear on your target, clear on your path, clear that you will not be the same person a year from now because you refused to move small. Big isn't about ego, it's about impact. It's about legacy. It's about knowing you've got something rare in you and moving in a way that proves it to no one but yourself. If you want big, move big. Don't ask for permission, don't wait for signs, get up, go hard, and build the life that playing small could never give you.
Desire is loud. It flares up fast, burns hot, and disappears when life gets inconvenient. But discipline? Discipline is quiet. It shows up early. It stays late. It doesn't ask how you feel. It asks what you said you'd do. You've had the desire before, the fire, the motivation, and it faded, didn't it? Because desire is seasonal. Discipline is eternal. It doesn't need hype. It doesn't need an audience. It just needs a decision. Every high performer you admire, they're not more talented, they're not luckier. They're more consistent, more committed, more willing to do the boring work, especially when no one's watching. You won't always feel like it. That's not a flaw, that's reality. What separates winners isn't motivation, it's movement. Movement that happens anyway, through resistance, through doubt, through delay. Desire gets you excited. Discipline gets you results. It's the reps when your body says no, the study when your mind wanders, the structure when life gets chaotic. It's the voice that says, we keep going. You want wealth? Discipline. You want peace? Discipline. You want mastery? Discipline. Everything you think you need more of, time, clarity, motivation, it comes from one thing: showing up. Every day you delay, every time you negotiate with comfort, you're training yourself to quit. Flip the switch. Train yourself to follow through. Train yourself to finish. You won't always win. You will mess up. But if you are disciplined, you will return. You will rise. You will rebuild. And that's what separates the amateurs from the masters. Stop hoping it gets easier. Start building the discipline to move anyway. Because easy doesn't build legacy. Discipline does. Desire is a spark. Discipline is the engine. And if you want to build the distance, choose discipline every single time.
Money isn't your only currency. Time isn't your only resource. The most underestimated asset you have is your energy, your ability to think clearly, to decide quickly, to move with power. And if you don't protect it, you lose everything. Who you give your energy to matters. What you let inside your mind matters. Not every call deserves your time. Not every opinion deserves your attention. Not every opportunity deserves a yes. Your energy is sacred. You think burnout comes from working too hard. No, it comes from working hard on the wrong things, chasing what drains you, arguing with people going nowhere, performing for crowds that won't even clap. That's not purpose. That's self-destruction. High-level execution requires high-level preservation. You can't think like a millionaire and move like a mess. You can't build an empire with a burnt-out soul. Energy is what separates the focused from the distracted, the sharp from the scattered. Start auditing everything: the conversations, the habits, the people, the patterns. Does it fuel you or does it drain you? That answer will show you who belongs in your circle and what belongs in your schedule. You don't need more hustle. You need more clarity, more silence, more control, more moments where you decide to pull back from the noise and charge your mind like it's a weapon, because it is. Your mind is a battery. Your focus is voltage. And if you don't recharge it with intention, the world will drain it by default. Protect it like your future depends on it, because it does. Energy management isn't about laziness. It's about longevity. If you want to last, if you want to scale, if you want to own your life, you have to learn to say no, not out of fear, but out of vision. Keep your mornings clean. Keep your priorities sharp. Keep your circle tight. You don't rise to wealth by giving your best to what matters least. Stay dangerous by staying charged. Energy management is wealth management. Protect your fire, direct your power, and become the person who moves with intention, precision, and unstoppable clarity. There comes a time when your old self becomes your greatest enemy. Not the doubters, not the critics. You. The habits, the patterns, the comfort you wrapped yourself in. It all has to go. Because you can't take the old you into the next level. You're not broken. You're just becoming too big for who you used to be. The thoughts that kept you small, the emotions that ruled your days, the people who kept you average. You've outgrown it. And now, it's time to prove it. You don't owe your past any loyalty. You owe your future everything. Stop defending who you used to be. Start becoming who you actually are. The version of you that keeps showing up in your vision is waiting to be built. You know what it looks like to hesitate. You know the pain of playing small. You've lived it. You've worn it. Now it's time to outgrow it. That version of you got you here. Thank him. Then leave him behind. Growth isn't always visible. Sometimes it looks like saying no more, speaking less, moving differently. Sometimes it feels lonely. But that space, that silence, that's where the next you rises. The ones who make it, they don't just grow, they outgrow. They shed the version of themselves that lived for validation, that avoided discomfort, that apologized for wanting more. You don't evolve by staying comfortable.
You evolve by letting go. Let go of the identity built on survival. You're not here just to make it through. You're here to build something unshakable. You're here to live, to lead, to leave something behind that matters. Don't wait to be ready. Growth doesn't ask for permission. It demands movement, even when it's unfamiliar, even when it's painful. If you're feeling uncomfortable right now, good. That's the signal. That's the breakthrough. You can't stay who you were and still become who you were meant to be. Something has to give, and it can't be your future. It has to be your former self. Outgrow your fears. Outgrow your doubt. Outgrow the life that made you shrink. Because every next level of your journey will demand a stronger, clearer, more focused version of you. And now is the time to meet him.
Before you ever touch the million, you have to think like it. The wealth, the freedom, the legacy, they all begin in your mind. Not in your bank account, not in a business plan, in the standards you live by every single day. You don't earn $1 million by accident. You become someone who earns it. In the way you manage your time, your emotions, your thoughts, in the way you treat your word like law, in the way you show up when there's no applause, no eyes, no backup. Most people want the outcome. Few are willing to become the person who can handle it. Because money without mindset is just noise. It comes, it goes. But when you build the mind first, you never go broke again. $1 million mind doesn't chase everything. It chooses. It knows the value of focus. It understands sacrifice. It's clear on the cost of success, and even clearer on the price of staying average. You want to change your income? Change your input. What you consume, who you listen to, how you speak to yourself. Rich is not just a result, it's a rhythm. It's in how you think, move, and respond. Look around. Are your habits building a millionaire or maintaining a memory? Are your thoughts feeding your goals or feeding your tout? Because the mind you train today is the life you live tomorrow. You don't need more inspiration. You need alignment. You need to walk like someone who's building something that can't be taken. To move with intent. To think in systems, not emotions. To stop reacting and start engineering. This world rewards ownership, responsibility, vision. Not talk, not talent, just daily, disciplined execution. And the moment you realize that, you'll stop waiting and start building like your future's on the line. Because it is. You won't always be loud. You won't always be seen. But you'll be ready. And when the moment comes, you'll realize the wealth didn't start with dollars. It started with decisions. Think like $1 million. Move like $1 million. Live like $1 million. Because when your mind becomes rich, the money is just a byproduct. You don't just get rich. You grow into the man who never needed to chase it.